Hey everyone, Steven from Straight Fire Picks. We got best bets for the 2022 NBA playoffs play-in tournament here on Tuesday, April 12th, 2022. We're going to have NBA player prop spreads over-unders here for you today. We're going to have 4 picks that I think are great value bets for this Tuesday NBA slate. As always, just want to say thank you for your continued support here on the channel. If you're new to the channel, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. We are on the road to 5,000 subscribers. Reminder here at the channel that we are now partnered with Prize Picks. You can use our code SFP for a 100% deposit match up to $100 on your first deposit. It's a great app, guys. A lot of fun to use. Prize Picks, they handle a lot of different things to do with player props. You can bet on just about anything. Really is a great site. Highly recommend that you use that. Like I said, use our code SFP, or also have a link down below in the comment section and in the description where you can also check that out as well. Be sure to also check out our community Discord page as well, guys. It's a great place to connect with our community. We'll have a link in the comment section and in the description of that as well. Great place to get new ideas for bets. Be sure to also drop your favorite pick down below for today's action in the comment section. If you like your pick included in our comment capper section, just be sure to put a star or an asterisk next to your pick, and we'll include your pick in the video if it hits. Okay, now a quick shout out to our Straight Fire MVPs. As always, guys, this beautiful list here running beside me of all of our Straight Fire MVPs. Shout out to our newest Straight Fire MVP, Philip Gibson. Appreciate you, Philip. Thanks for signing up and becoming a Straight Fire MVP. Really is much appreciated. Really is just a great way to support the channel, guys, and what we do here at the channel. It's just $3.99 per month. You get some custom emojis, a badge next to your name, and things of that nature. Custom roll color in the Discord as well. So be sure to check that out. Let's get right into the results from the previous episode. So this is from a couple days ago because we didn't have NBA yesterday. So for our comment cappers, we had got to get the bag calling the Brooklyn Nets -10 first half spread there versus the Pacers. Cash that. And we had Travis Hortman calling the Tyrese Haliburton over 29.5 PRAs. Cash that as well. So great call outs there from our cappers. As far as our stream results, we went 1 and 2. Now we did cash our plus value play, plus 130 play there on LaMelo Ball over 3.5 threes. He ends up hitting 6, so we love to see that. We did miss on the Rockets spread. Honestly, I really thought this one was going to hit. The Rockets were staying in line most of the game. And then late in the game, Hawks just pulled away, and the Rockets just couldn't make it up at the end. So not we could do there. Then we had Kyrie Irving under 4.5 rebounds. He heads to the fourth. I believe he had 3 or 4. He ends up getting there fairly early in the fourth. He finishes with 7, so we were off on that one. But that's okay. We're going to get back after it today, guys. We're going to get this 4-0. So let's get right into our picks. At number 1, we are going with Andre Drummond to record a double-double here for the Brooklyn Nets at plus 100 odds. This guy's Drummond's been absolutely killing it. Here recently. Been absolutely terrific. Really filling the shoes of the big man here. Well for the Brooklyn Nets. Making the most of his minutes. If you look at his minutes logs, they can be scary because he has been playing a ton of minutes. But he's making the most of his minutes. And honestly, come playoff time, you can expect the Nets to shrink their rotation. So I could see Drummond even playing more minutes, which would be great. That's really what I'm hoping for. But he is 6 out of his last 9 to this line overall. Very solid. 7 of his last 9 at home to this line as well, which is where this game will be here in Brooklyn. And he's drawing about the best matchup that you could hope for. Cavaliers here allowing the most points and rebounds to centers over the last 15 games. So that's obviously very solid. And he's 8 out of 9 in his last 9 games versus the Cavaliers to this line as well. He's really takes advantage of this matchup in here. Mobley just doesn't have a chance. If Mobley's going to be on him, it's just going to be a tough day at the office for him. Drummond's just bigger, beefier, and he's just too much to handle. He proves it, on the offensive glass. This guy has grabbed 20 offensive rebounds in his last 5 games. That's insane. It really is. He's averaging 4 offensive rebounds a game over his last 5 games, so you'd love to see that. Guy's aggressive. And what does that mean when he grabs an offensive rebound? Usually means a putback. That's what's been happening. Grabs the offensive rebound, puts it back. You knock out a rebound and 2 points just like that. You kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So that's why I really love his double-doubles, guys. He's really been solid here lately. I knew I should have ran it back with him versus the Pacers. It was another great matchup. I don't know why I didn't. I'm crazy. Wish I did instead of that Kyrie Irving play. That was trash. But Drummond delivered again. I believe he had 20 and 13, even in even bigger games. So he's been on an absolute roll, guys. I know we're not getting plus 165 like we did the other day on him, but I still think this is great value because I think he's going to honestly easily get there. Big men have just been having their way here against the Cavs, and it's just been almost embarrassing by wide margins. If you check, how many points and rebounds the Cavs have really given up to centers, they're at number one as far as the most, and the next person down is it's a big gap. So they really have been giving up a lot of opportunities to centers. I think it continues today. And Drummond, please stay out of foul trouble. I just don't want to go through that again. He was in foul trouble versus that game the other day. It still got there, but hoping he stays out of foul trouble. But I do love it there for our number one pick, guys. Andre Drummond to record a double-double at plus 100 odds here for the Brooklyn Nets. Okay, and at number two, we're going with Darius Garland under 8.5 assists here for the Cleveland Cavaliers at plus 104 odds. So first, like I said, I love that we're getting plus value on this play. Garland is 10 out of his last 15 to the under when Rajon Rondo is playing, which he's slated to play this game, obviously. And Rondo does eat up, some of his passing opportunities because obviously when Rondo's on the floor, even if Garland's on the floor, Rondo's going to be playing point, which obviously I'd love to see that. Playoff Rondo, do the Cavs give him a few more minutes here in the playoffs? They certainly could. Rajon Rondo is known to be a very good playoff performer, so we could see more of him here in the playoffs, which is what I'm really hoping for. And things just tighten up in the playoffs, guys. I mean, things don't come quite as easy come playoff time. Defense tightens up, and obviously, here matchup with the Nets. Nets allowing the third fewest assists per game over the last 10 games overall. So that's obviously very solid. And the other day, he just played the Nets. He had 3 assists. I mean, it wasn't even close. He wasn't even in this galaxy. Didn't even get the 5 assists. So I don't think he'll have a game like that. I think he'll be closer with 6 assists, something in that category. Now, Garland has gone under in 4 out of 6 career games here versus the Nets, and both games that were played in Brooklyn. So he's gone under in both of those, which we'd love to see that as well. He's also gone under in 4 of the last 6 overall. Like I said, a lot of this correlates with Rajon Rondo. He misses out on some assist opportunities with Rondo on the floor. So, like I said, I do love this bet. It's one of those, I don't love playing unders all the time, guys, but they could be very profitable. I think here for plus value on a play like this, where the Nets honestly aren't allowing a lot of assist point guards right now, or just overall. They're allowing a lot of points, though. I mean, I definitely think Garland could cash his over. I definitely think he'll cash his over as well. I wasn't quite as confident as Lions at 25.5, but I could see Garland going over for this game in points, and honestly just scoring. I think the matchup with Kyrie is definitely favorable if Kyrie Irving's going to be on him. Definitely a favorable matchup for Garland. I think he can take advantage of that as far as points go. So, love it there, guys. For number 2 pick, Darius Garland under 8.5 assists here for the Cleveland Cavaliers at plus 104 odds. Okay, and at number 3, we're going with Ivica Zubac over 18.5 PRAs here for the Los Angeles Clippers at minus 125 odds. So, guys, Zubac here quietly is 5 out of his last 6 to this line, to the over, with a hook. So he finished on 18 there in one of those games, and the only loss that he had. And he's drawn a terrific matchup here with the Timberwolves, so I don't really know what's going on. Timberwolves allowing the 4th most points, the 7th most rebounds, and the 16th most assists to centers. So obviously this is definitely a plus matchup here for Zubac. I think he'll be able to definitely rack up the rebounds and get a few putbacks, a few layups, things of that nature. Definitely see him hitting the over here. This is a very manageable line for Zubac. And like I said, this is a plus matchup. And honestly, the Clippers have played great with him on the floor lately. I think that's another thing you got to look at here. The Clippers are plus 71 in the last 6 games with Ivica Zubac on the floor. I love seeing that. That means, why would you not play the guy heavy minutes? Now, his minutes are about in the mid-20s. Here's another guy that could be scary as far as the minutes go. I mean, you get what you pay for in some ways. That's why you're getting a low line. But I'm hoping, obviously, we could get him up in that 30-minute category. That would be great here in the playoffs. And they might have been just managing his minutes down the stretch. But, like I said, they performed very well with him on the floor. Plus 71 is about as good as you could hope for. Last 6 games, almost plus 12 per game. So you'd love to see that. He's averaging on the season 20.8 PRAs on the road this season, so that's obviously very solid as well. And he's had great success already versus the Wolves as well. He's 3 out of his last 4 to this line versus the Timberwolves with a hook. So he finished with 18 in one of those games as well. Racked up a lot of rebounds. A lot of those he cruised past this. So definitely think you could do that again here as well. Love the matchup. Love the recent trend. Take it there for your number 3 pick. Ivica Zubac over 18.5 PRAs here for the Los Angeles Clippers at minus 125 odds. Okay, and finally at number 4, we're going with the Los Angeles Clippers plus 3.5 spread here versus the Timberwolves at minus 110 odds. So guys, the Clippers have absolutely dominated this matchup here recently. They've won 6 of the last 7 meetings and also 9 of the last 11 as well if you want to go back that far. They've also won 5 of the last 6 meetings here in Minnesota as well, which is where this game will be. And really, the common denominator here is, the Clippers have Paul George back as well, which is why I really love this bet. If Paul George wasn't playing, I wouldn't be touching this, obviously. But with Paul George back, the Clippers have been a completely different team. They've looked a lot more like a team that can make a run in the playoffs, even without Kawhi Leonard. Look at the way the Clippers have performed lately. They've been one of the best, honestly, since Paul George came back. They've really responded with him in the lineup. You'll love to see it. Defensively, they've really been great pretty much all season. They're allowing the 5th fewest points over the last 7 games since Paul George returned. And they're also scoring the most points in the NBA over the last 7 games as well. So offensively and defensively, they're putting it together. They're winning games by wide margins. And like I said, they're just performing very well right now. And George has looked great as well, which you love to see. And Timberwolves, not so much here lately. They have actually allowed the 29th most points over the last 7 games, if we're going off the exact same trends here for the Clippers. And they've scored the 7th most points over the last 7, which is bad. But like I said, I just love that the Clippers could be more physical in this game. I think, that famous saying, defense wins championships. Well, the Clippers definitely have a little bit more of that heading into this game. And here on the road, getting plus points in a matchup like this, I'm definitely rolling with the plus points. I actually think they're going to straight up win. You could play the money line, I think, too, as well. I like taking the points because you got a little bit of wiggle room here if this game is tight, which it definitely could be. It's a playoff game. It definitely could be tight. But like I said, the Clippers have absolutely dominated this matchup lately. And like I said, since George came back, they've also covered in 5 of the last 7 games against the spread. And the Timberwolves here, 2-8 in the last 10 games against the spread. They have not performed well here at the end of the season. A lot of times, this is what it's all about. Who's performing the best right now? And right now, the Clippers definitely have the Timberwolves beat in that category. And historically, they haven't beat as well. So, Paul George is in the lineup. I'm rolling it here, which he is. Clippers plus 3.5 spread here versus the Timberwolves at minus 110 odds. Okay, guys, that's going to do it for our picks. If you enjoyed the content, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. We are on the road to 5,000 subscribers. Just want to say that I appreciate you all here at the channel. Our videos have been a little bit sporadic lately, guys. I do apologize about that. I really do intend to put a video out every single day. But obviously, with the NBA being weird this week, some days I felt uninspired. It's just the way it is. I just didn't even want to attack some of the some of the lines that we had during the week just because of unknowns. But I love that we're back in the playoffs. I feel very confident now. Love the plays, guys, for tomorrow. I'm not worried about weird stuff like I was during the week. Like, are they going to play? Stuff like that. Weird stuff like that. I just don't want to think about that stuff. So happy to be back here in the playoffs. Guys, like I said, check out our Prize Picks link. Use our code SFP. Or use our link down below. Like I said, you get a deposit match up to $100. So be sure to take advantage of that. And it does help support us here at the channel as well. And also check out our Straight Fire Picks MVP program as well, guys. Another great way to support the channel as well. Just $3.99 per month to get some custom emojis and things of that nature. And we also do have merchandise on our website, straightfirepicks.com. So you can take any one of those means to support the channel in that way. Not that you guys have to, but just want to make sure you guys know those things are available. Other than that, guys, appreciate you all as always. Have a great rest of your day. Let's cash these bets. Let's cash your bets as well. Let's get this 4-0. Thank you guys for tuning in. We will catch you guys back next time. Peace out.